Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
To the parents in our audience of young kids, high school kids, to people in areas all around the country, if it's anything like where I live, I think you have to be a little mindful of the urgency that's out there. Normally, I talk about urgency when there are holidays or long weekends or something. But there is school back at... Oh, is he on?
Yes.
I was going to say you talk about fecal urgency.
Had a little of that today, but it... with the new medicine I'm on, kind of turned out to be a false alarm, which is really, really
I didn't know that
disappointing.
was a
Fair enough.
That was a symptom of that.
No, it's not a
side
symptom.
effect.
I thought that I had to go, and I really did. So it was,
okay.
it was what it was. I have to tell you, if it's anything like where I have a sense of traffic urgency like you would not believe. 2 days, 2 accidents.
Oof.
One that I came across well after it had happened, but it was a bad one. And then yesterday, the one right in front of me, where I almost got into it too. And it just strikes me that now that the kidlings, at least in our area, most of them are all back to school down here, it's just, it's a little bad S out there. So I'm warning our listening audience to beware of it because you never know.
You know, it's not just
know.
urgency, it's volume too.
Volume increases.
Yes.
And, and whenever you do that, you make me want to,
Of course.
I can't help myself, but I have to,
How do you make money off those old reruns, Mike?
Volume. Sorry about that.
Don't be. That's exactly what I was hoping for.
Yesterday, I'm on I-75. When I-75 down here in Florida gets referred to, it's an interstate.
Yeah.
When it gets referred to, there are always pictures of like the Daytona the Daytona 500 and all the major because it's race cars. So a lady in, I think it was a Subaru, who was between me and another guy, and it's Waze has it on orange.
Okay.
Which is always kind of a cop-out, in my opinion. Waze, just make it red. You'll calm people down. People just accept the fact that it's stop and go. But this lady's cruising along, and I guess she had about 1.5 inches between her and the car in front of her, and she just plants it after he plants it, and boom, goes right into him. And I zipped around that. I wasn't going to stay around and be a witness.
No.
Didn't have any desire. No. And then today...
Not if both cars are right side up. What's the point?
Absolutely. And today, not 100 yards from my kid's school, airbags deployed, big giant SUV, other SUV, airbags, a huge family standing off on the side.
You mean like a lot of members of the family, or were they big people?
It looked like members of the family.
How do you know?
It looked like, you ever see people on the side of the road where something's happened to their car or they're broken down, and you got 50 people that are standing out on the side of the road, and it's some sort of an event, some sort of picnic. It's like something that happened that's exciting because they're running around and they're all going in different ways and back and forth. And that's what I
like when they sit on the guardrail.
There was.
What do you mean by going different ways?
All right. Today, I come up on this and it looks like grandma and mom and dad and 2 kids and I think 1 little kid that was staying with the grandma, and then the 2 teenagers coming across the street and getting into another car, but the grandma was carrying a shopping bag.
Right.
And she was over to the side, and it was just kind of like pandemonium. And with the other car, and the teenage daughter or the girl appeared to have already been bandaged for some treatment. Looked like she had wounds that had already been treated. No ambulances around, so if there were people carted away,
maybe she was on her way home from the hospital. And she had already been carted up.
This is the site of the accident,
Yeah,
Rob.
but you can still have injuries and have an accident.
Conjure when I'm telling my story. It's a perfectly explainable situation where they were there after the accident.
Just hanging out.
No hospital around there. They were in the accident. or on accident, as you would
No.
say.
I don't like that. I say it ironically
you do.
sometimes, but I do hate it.
No, you said it. The first time you ever said it, you didn't say it ironically.
All right,
Yeah,
so
own
you
it,
say.
baby. No, that's no.
No, it's not
no passive
true.
aggressive.
I would never
You
say
said
it.
we did it on accident. I remember I called you on it.
I did it because it's a really inappropriate, unpleasant thing to say, and sometimes I like to speak differently. And you know what? I
Why
would
do you
never use
speak differently?
It's I don't know. It's it
It
obviously
wasn't
causes
for comedic purposes.
Actually, it was. I'm sure it was.
Who says it's funny?
Well, the fact that we don't say it,
You confuse
then-
us. Though.
This
And
is
then-
where I wish I had like a computer database
Yeah.
tape that we could bring up.
No, to see if his
Um,
RAM is crashing.
And
no, my RAM is fine.
no, just to see if how it was, because it's a long time ago.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
said
yeah.
that.
Of course,
So,
but
you know,
I don't like to say it.
You don't.
I don't like.
I don't
to
know
say
if
on
you
accident.
like to say it, but you did say it, and I don't know if you said it ironically or for comedic purposes. I thought you just said it.
No, I don't. I don't think I would say it because it bothers me a lot.
Where do you use this comedy? In your private life or just on the show?
Well, you used it on the show. That's why I
Mhm.
remember it.
On accident?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't find that annoying?
I did it on accident?
No,
Yeah.
what you normally say is, "Oh, I hit that keyboard by accident,"
Right, by accident is what you want to say.
I thought
but
you
I
say,
did it on accident.
who says on accident? You just say, I fucked up.
Rednecks, white trash. Rob, am I right? I'm sorry.
No,
I'm just
you're
going to call
right.
it what it is.
You're exactly right.
It's white trash.
Sorry
Yeah,
for
it's-
cursing.
That's all right. What
Like
we'll do is
saying
we'll
I
bleep
could
it.
have went to the store.
That's right.
I could have went to the store.
Could have bothers
We have
me.
a public education
Oh.
system in this country, and
Ooh.
because you just bought into what your family did.
I feel
that's why I say-
terrible by saying could have. And I say terrible things on the
Why?
show all
Why
the time.
could have is fine.
Could
could-
have is fine.
Yeah, and could have is fine.
I could have been there Thursday.
Right.
But when you say I could have went, it's
No,
not.
that's
It's
not
I
okay.
could have gone.
Gone. Yeah.
I
Now-
could have gone to the store, not I could have went to
There
the
is
store.
one that you always trip me up on that involves, or I
There's
trip up
cars, there's boats, there's
on. Exactly. That's what I need to work on. That's
and
one that
it's-
I mess up.
If there
are cars.
if you're going to pluralize it, there are tons of people outside waiting. You don't say, and a lot of people say there's tons of people out there.
I know. That's wrong.
There are tons of people.
Yeah.
out
So I apologize.
And really,
I'll
tons of
take
people
ownership of
wouldn't
that.
be accurate either. Yeah.
Well, that could be
if
like
you're being
10 people,
grammarly
10 fat people.
10. If
10 parakeets.
10.
oh, by the way, since we're on the subject of you,
Yeah.
I wanted to correct you for something, or at least validate something. No, not validate or correct. I wanted to tell you yesterday. You said this stuck with me when you said eating, and you said at one point it's all I got, and I said that's not true. There's so much more that you've got. You have to accept that. Don't eat yourself to death.
We had a
because
lot of
that's a-
fan mail about that.
What anything jump to mind? or
Yeah,
anything like that?
the Team West fan club, by fan mail, I mean, please join. They're ruthless in their acceptance of others, but if you write them, they will consider you on Facebook. There's one post that really stuck, and I didn't realize, I really don't know if it stood out to me, but it made me question the way that we're questioning your weight gain,
All right.
where I think we've lost track that, you were addicted to drinking.
I'm in recovery.
And someone said that you actually would be in recovery if you were in a program, but you've got nothing, so you're not in recovery.
All right. So I guess we can't say that
You're
anymore.
you're in denial.
See, it's
Is
another
that
thing.
true? Really?
So I don't know. I don't
Another
know.
thing
I
that's
don't-
been taken
I don't
from you,
know what
Mike.
the root of recovery is. Technically, you're recovering from some sort of hospital stay, so I guess we can use that.
Well,
there.
no, but
No,
that's
I mean, if
a
you
year
quit
and a half
drink-
ago.
If you quit drinking, well, do you know the answer?
No, I always thought it was sort of funny.
Maybe
What
that's
was
the
funny?
problem.
What? I'm in recovery.
Because you don't consider yourself in recovery?
No, I do, but I think that the fact that I would cite it as like a major portion of my life right now, I think it's a little funny. Because I think
How is it fun? Are you bulletproof?
I'm not bulletproof.
What's going on here? I'm confused.
You were the one that
Mac,
suggested.
okay, so someone
Yes.
said that
No.
you're not. Mac knows because Mac has family
Right,
members
I
in
do.
recovery.
That's true.
Yes.
What's recovery?
Recovery is it's very all encompassing. So I mean recovery itself is kind of vague. He's a recovering alcoholic.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you stop you always are an alcoholic.
Yeah, I'm still to this day an alcoholic.
He's still an alcoholic. You're
Mhm.
not saying he's no longer an alcoholic. He's a recovering alcoholic, which is an ongoing process. Whether that process includes meetings or whether it doesn't, you're still a recovering alcoholic.
Thank you.
A recovery is any process during which a person is making an attempt to overcome a condition or addiction that is affecting their health and wellness and their daily lives.
So I
he's in
count.
recovery.
I'm in recovery.
100%.
Okay.
Yes.
That. Thank you
Don't
for
have to be-
clarifying.
So
Done.
did
Okay.
somebody on the fan club said you have to be in a program? Because that's not true
I did see
based
that
on what I'm
post.
reading right here.
And then I deleted it because I was like, leave the man alone.
Yeah, I mean,
and
it's
then
all
the,
about
and then the
support.
other question was this: is food your new / old addiction?
I don't know that it's an addiction. It's a comfort thing. It's something I seek, something to look forward
If
to.
somebody gains 50 pounds in 3 months, is
Right.
that an addiction?
No,
Just a lifestyle change?
it's a bad choice,
Okay.
but I don't think I'm addicted to it.
But you also didn't think you were addicted to drinking.
What's your point?
I'm trying to help here. We're having a conversation. This is what happens. We have any inkling of a serious question to you, you get mad and you shut down. I would love you to open up and actually say, this is what I'm going through, instead of just, this is my new thing, and then shutting down. Have a thoughtful conversation. I think the audience they're on this journey with you. We're on this journey with you.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's selfish for you to just shut it down and call it what it is. This is just what I'm doing. I think you would actually benefit from talking about it.
Okay, valid. I suppose you're right.
And then you shut down.
How have I shut down now? I'm ready to talk.
Talking means you talk. I've talked already.
Yes, you have quite a lot.
See?
But I do. The weird thing is that
Can I interrupt you with that? And I don't want
Sure.
to interrupt.
He was about to open up, Mike.
I know,
Jesus
but
Christ.
I'm sorry.
that's fine. Go ahead.
Right at that very moment, would you just right now, just like, would you be rather talk about anything else? Because I mean, I get that impression.
Is this
You would
helping,
rather
Mike? Is this helping?
not.
No, you know what? It doesn't bother me.
Okay,
It
That's
doesn't.
Then go ahead. I'll shut up.
I eat fairly healthy throughout the day. I get up. I have my standard thing. I've been having fresh fruit with yogurt in the morning. Here, I eat some fruit, carrots.
You do eat very healthy here.
Yeah.
You do. I've seen that.
But then I get home and, it's another day spent. And I'm thinking, well, what's around? And I grab what's around or stop and get something or something that I like, or maybe get some ice cream or something like that. And I don't know that it's an addiction, but you've heard the phrase comfort foods. These foods bring me comfort.
I hate that expression.
Well, it doesn't matter whether you like it or not. It exists.
Yeah, but it's
no,
not.
I mean,
It's
but the
not. It's
idea-
not.
It's a BS soft word for fattening food. Comfort food is designed.
It's not
I mean,
medical.
if it was a marketing campaign, it would be designed from the marketing people. Comfort food is always
All right. Well, then without
heavy,
that, I'll
fatty-
say this.
fatty food.
Is that when I seek the foods that are fatty and bad for me, I consume them, and almost before it's done, I regret having done it.
I think to a
So
small
maybe that
extent,
is sign of an
that's-
addiction. I don't know.
I don't know if it's an addiction. It's just not good for you.
Yeah, it's
you know?
not
I mean,
good. It's not good.
But when you said all I got, do you feel that with everything you've gone through, and that not being able to go out, especially like when you go out to a get together with people at a
Right.
restaurant, do you feel as though, well, they get to do this and the food is all I've got?
Well,
So
no,
I'm
I
going to
did-
enjoy the food. When you said that, I want to know the deeper meaning
the
of what
food,
that meant.
yeah, I mean, there is that. But when I think about where I was, say, 3 years ago, just for example, and by the way, tomorrow I will be, March, April, May, June, July, August. I'll be 17 months sober tomorrow, which is pretty
That's
cool.
fantastic. That is excellent. That's excellent.
Um,
And I really want to reiterate, look, I got it quickly and I got it online. But if somebody's out there that, and they really, I don't know who it was, Oscar,
Mhm.
but really, because it sticks with me sometimes when people just have big mouths
mhm.
and don't base it on reality, because it's really what we're all about in this country.
Oh, that's this whole
It's
show.
Just, it's just yap, yap, yap,
Yeah.
yap, yap. And, when you say to somebody, Rob's not really in recovery if he's not in a you didn't know. You're talking out your ass.
I'm asking these questions.
Mhm.
And I'm really pissed at that.
You should let that
because
go.
immediately,
Yeah, it doesn't
because
bother me.
immediately I read that. No,
Yeah.
you're recovering. If you're not drinking, you're recovering.
We've cleared that up.
But it pisses me off when people say that he's not really in recovery. Who's that to judge?
I don't know. You and I both clearly are like, you're a raging alcoholic. I'm borderline. So we have our own issues, right?
Mike is not raging, and you're not even close to borderline.
I think he's raging.
No, he's not raging.
Hell, didn't you see him in Florida?
I saw him in Florida.
Yeah, maybe you're the wrong lens.
What do you mean? Well, like when you came down to Florida?
He barely drank. He had
What
some
are you-
beer.
what are
He
you
had some beer in
talking
a
about?
pitcher.
When I went out to the...
Let's
to
not
the-
make it about us. Back to Rob. You were saying.
I'm not letting you get away with that and change the subject, you little hump.
No, Mike, you did not. You did not display.
Did I party when we were down there?
Not
more than
really.
No.
As a matter of fact, you took it kind of light.
Yeah, and I do most of the time.
Yeah.
And it's
See,
so sad. Anyway, I shouldn't look at it.
That's
there's
all you
nothing
got.
sad about.
That's
it.
all you got.
There's nothing sad
That's
about it.
That's all I've got.
No, but and now occasionally I will look around and say that you know what, in this year alone,
We're so cruel to each other. We really
I mean,
are.
we
the
keep each
cruelty
other
comes
honest.
from love.
We keep
Yeah.
each other honest.
Yeah,
It does.
that's true.
I mean, we do anything for each other.
I mean, I've
think
had-
that's
This is
true.
the Bolivian way.
Yeah, I love it.
I do
Bolivian
too.
way works for this show. I
Sure.
don't care if it's entertaining or pisses people off. It works
Hey,
for this show.
When are we going to start recording?
Oscarito, you got fat. I know, Mom. I'm working on it.
Mhm.
Just work harder.
Well, the one I saw on Instagram yesterday, we put up a very, very funny social.
Yes.
I didn't
featuring
know
your
Carlo
son.
was from Bolivia.
I'm just keeping it real with you.
Yeah.
Oh, always. Always.
But there was a very, very funny
Yes.
social featuring your son. And
Yes, he was great.
I
He was
invite
great.
everyone to seek it out.
Yes.
But one
He
of the,
was killer.
I just glanced at it, and the top comment I saw was, geez, Rob's packing them on. Uh-oh. And you know what? Call me fat, and that's fine. But when you say uh-oh, it's like you've got me dead already. Don't say uh-oh.
Yeah, but in that case, it's concern that people closest to you feel too.
I
Has your
know.
wife said anything about it?
No.
You don't have any meaningful conversations with her about
No,
it,
you see,
right?
you're saying that. But no, we do have meaningful conversations.
She's
she
never
also-
mentioned that you're gaining weight?
No, I probably have mentioned it to her, though.
Okay, and what does she say about it?
She said, I believe
This
her,
is where you're shutting down, and I know you are. You're not
No.
being honest.
no, her
If
attitude.
you've mentioned
is-
it to her and talked to her about it, then you've had a deeper conversation.
It wasn't that
about it.
deep. It was,
All
I
right.
said, you know what? I feel, I'm putting on weight. It's obvious I'm putting on weight. And she says, you've been through a lot, and you're going to write this. You'll write the ship. You have in the past, and you will
Okay.
again.
All right.
I mean, she's supportive. She's not dooming me.
Are you guys having these conversations like around dessert? Like when do you have them?
I knew you were going to say that. He's an ass. He is a complete. Look at him. Look at him just being.
I just want to know the setting. That's all I want to
He's the
know.
meanest of all of us. He's the meanest of all. I'm not
The
the
setting
meanest.
is in a house that is so wide.
It
and
is a beautiful
spacious.
house. I've been
Yes.
there. It's
No.
gorgeous.
No,
I'm
it's-
going to tell you, as your friends, the bottom line, I think this is what Oscar's getting at, is concern for,
Yeah.
the health.
I do
That's it.
have some
Liver and all that.
I
great
understand
news
that.
for you.
What?
Well, this guy, I can't even give him some great news. He thinks it's going to be some sort of backhanded compliment.
Trap.
All right, go ahead. Surprise me.
So, do you remember the construction we've lived through for the past 9 months?
Yes.
I
Was that to reinforce the floors?
No. The foundation of this building that we're currently in now,
Mhm.
construction in this building.
Right.
They will, within 20 days, reopen the renovated lobby
Mm-hmm.
and conference center and state-of-the-art gym.
Okay.
And I looked in the gym, and it's as beautiful as any Highline gym I've ever seen in my life. It's gorgeous.
Do you guys get free membership to it?
As tenants of this building, you have
kinda-
access.
That's
a
great
perk.
news.
Yes.
That is great news.
He's
And-
lying. He doesn't think that's great news.
No, because he would
No,
go to
it
Planet
is.
Fitness.
I have a membership at Planet Fitness. Haven't been using it, but I've got it.
No, I don't think you're not using it because you don't want to go. It's because by the time you get home, it's the last thing you want to deal with. But if you do
Part
it
of
here,
Yeah, it's
you
here.
just go downstairs.
Exactly.
Did they have one before?
No.
No.
So this is an addition.
This is brand effing new. It's gorgeous.
You're going to walk into our building at Podville
Yes.
Media.
Brand new
and
lobby.
You're going to have a brand new state-of-the-art gym.
Yes.
Like great new cardio equipment.
The type of equipment, the last time, what's that at the gym inside the Ritz-Carlton, the Equinox. That's the type
biggie.
of, yes.
Oh, that's a very fancy
I said,
one.
this is the type of equipment they have at Equinox.
Wow.
Gorgeous.
Wow.
So
That
what
would be,
do we do?
you know-
Get in with our fob?
Yes, you fob it.
That's nice.
They have a,
You're being so insincere. That's killing me
Mike,
right now. You
misread me. You
That's
totally
nice.
You totally misread me.
I don't misread you. You don't want to go to the gym at work. Tell the truth.
No,
I wouldn't want to go to the gym at work.
What if it as you exit work?
What do you
there's
mean?
Like you can just, before
Yeah.
you leave, he used to go to
Don't
the,
turn it on. I'm just talking about your
Okay,
reactions.
what if
are being
one? No,
phony,
no, they're
phony
not.
happy.
No,
you
they're
know?
not. They're not. Because
All
you
right.
know what? There are days that I really say, God, you should have gone to the gym today. But by the time I get home, it's 7 o'clock.
yeah, you're like,
I
eh,
don't
Yeah.
you
want
lost
to
the
do it.
mojo.
Yeah.
The last place I would ever want to work out would be where I work.
Your house?
No, I'm talking about back in the day.
Oh, okay.
But thank you for that. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
but this is a
Smart
different
ass.
setting. This is a different setting.
It is.
You don't see
Mhm.
everybody like on all the floors.
No, you very seldom run
and
into people.
I think anybody knows any corporate gym in any building is
I don't look,
lightly
I'm-
used.
You know what? My sport that I play,
Yes.
you know, you can be sloppy, all right?
Correct.
And you can play. I still believe that ultimately what affects your waistline is what you're taking in.
Correct.
Diet and exercise, the exercise part fueled by the billion-dollar fitness industry.
No, if you're
My
but if
humble
you're
opinion.
not, if you are sedentary though, you will not lose weight.
Well, what's,
Yes, you will.
If you starve yourself, you will, but
No.
not if you eat like a
No.
you
human.
can if you get the performance enhancing drugs.
No, I'm talking about if I was sedentary, I would
Oh,
probably
diet-
lose.
diet- yeah, diet
I
could-
would
yeah,
lose
with-
weight
with your
because
diet,
I'm not
yeah.
eating the amount of calories that
But you would
there's
eat.
a-
It would be slower. It would be a lot slower.
Well,
it would-
maybe, but I mean, I'm not out there
What's-
jogging.
What's the greatest fat attack you've had on this journey back to fatdom?
This is so great that he waited this long to ask it because this is what he wanted when he sat down at 3
Why are
o'clock.
you mad at me?
No, because this
Listen
is how
to
you
your
operate.
tone.
This is
I
how you
operate.
operate.
I
Yeah.
operate by giving back to the family with wonderful content. If that's how I operate, then I operate.
I think that my greatest fat attack was probably 2 weeks ago or a week ago.
Set the scene.
Stopped off at Giant on the way home.
I thought you were a
Giant?
Safeway guy.
Yeah,
No, not anymore.
All right,
I don't like this. I don't like the Safeway.
Giant.
It's dirty and dark.
yeah.
I got a Mrs. Smith's lattice top apple pie.
Okay.
and
Slice or the whole pie?
Oh, the whole pie.
Okay.
And ice cream, vanilla. And I went home.
Like
and
you stopped at the grocery store
Yeah.
fully with a craving for
This is what I
apple
wanted.
pie a la mode.
Yes.
How big, a pint or half a pint?
It was a half. Well, they're not really
Half
a half
gallon.
gallon anymore.
I don't know
They're
how they
like a
work.
little less
Oh,
than
that's
half
right.
gallon.
The half gallon like Breyers is not really half.
No.
God, F them.
I know. And they sure make the carton look like a half gallon.
Exactly.
But anyway, I got home before I even changed my clothes or anything, put the pie in the oven.
Oh, you warm it up.
Well, it's a frozen pie.
Oh, I don't know how they work. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
What do you change into?
It's sensible. It is a flared pants and a wife beater.
No, you keep your clothes on.
No,
What
I
do
put
you
on,
change into?
I
You
put
said,
on a
did
t-
you get home and you change your
Yeah, I
clothes?
put on a t-shirt and shorts.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
from your work
All right.
clothes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Why
right, gotcha.
change?
What?
Why change?
Don't you want to
Nice.
be comfortable?
It's got the stink of working for you on him all day.
Working for the man in the
That's-
big city.
Has very little to do with it.
He's got the stink of Oscar all
Damn
over
it.
him.
And then had whatever I had for dinner, which was fine.
Oscar
I'm
never
sure.
changes into casual clothes because he's always on.
He goes home and puts on a tie.
I don't
Puts on a
change until I
tie.
go to bed.
Right. Sleeps in his suit.
Yes. And then I ate about half the pie.
That's not
With the,
that
how much
decadent.
with half the ice cream?
Yeah, roughly, probably.
Mhm.
I did it in like 3 slices with scoops of ice cream
How
on
did you
it.
feel after you were done?
The pie and the ice cream was great, and my
Mhm.
feeling was I probably shouldn't have done that. Probably shouldn't have done it. But you know what? It tasted great, and it's what I wanted.
In your man cave or up in the main.
Upstairs. That's closer to the kitchen.
Got it.
You know, when you say
I'd go
when you
downstairs
make a
for all my
statement,
snacks.
when you say I so you didn't really feel bad about it,
No, but there are times that you do. I mean, I didn't feel
but you
good
didn't
about
on that
it.
particular occasion.
Yeah, well, it's hard to say because I don't really recall. I can tell you,
Sweets and ice cream when I'm gaining weight and when I'm in, that's the greatest. Like what you don't realize. Have you ever had to say? I'll tell you how I roll, and
Okay.
this is the way I do it. I will be. Carla will. I'll be coming home when I'm not watching what I'm eating, and I will stop and get like a Dairy Queen
a
concrete blizzard.
A
One of
Blizzard,
those,
sounds
one of the
fantastic.
vanilla ice cream with the stuff in it.
Love
And
it.
I'll get that, and I'll eat that, and I'll just be mad at everybody. I'll be pissed off.
You've
at the
done it to
world.
us. You
I'll
did
be
a show with us
pissed.
after you took dessert in, and then you're so mean to us. I was like, is everything okay?
That might. I don't know.
This was last
I
Friday.
don't know specifically what
Yes.
you're referring to, Ask,
Yes.
but I will. If you can get back to me with the details of that, I'd love
Last
to
Friday.
hear that on another show.
We asked
What do
about
you
it.
mean last Friday?
Yeah, last Friday we asked you, or 2 Fridays ago, it was a bonus show. I remember when we're like, is everything okay? And he goes, I had a dessert before I came. I was like, oh, you're mad at yourself, and now you're mad at us.
Yeah, very. I will.
Yes.
I will not discount the possibility that could be true. I get pissy.
Okay.
I get mad because I'm so mad at myself for doing that. Not that. And by the way, it's the way the mind works. The mind. You are so screwed by your own mind. At least I am sometimes. Where the mind will just rationalize and pull this off.
I think
and
a
blah,
lot
blah,
of people
blah.
deal with this.
yeah,
But
I don't
but Carla
get
will
that.
tell me you're just mad. Carla identified this like years ago with me.
Right.
You're just mad because you ate that. And like Carla would be mad when she would eat that. And
Yeah.
I think most people when they eat crap are immediately either sad or angry in some way or the other.
I guess-
either depressed or angry or maybe both.
I think depressed more than angry or pissy for me.
Okay.
You know, it's
All
like
right.
I didn't need to do that. I didn't need to have that much of that.
Were you watching anything when you ate it?
I'm
or
sure
were
I
you
was.
just sitting at the okay.
I'm sure I was.
All right.
I mean, I come home, and if there's not, Carrie hasn't like claimed the television for some 90-day fiance bullshit, I get to watch what I want to watch.
Right.
And I try to choose something that I like.
Yeah.
And, like lately, I've been going through DVDs of older movies, older TV shows. Again, stuff that makes me happy.
Yes.
Which is good because I'm looking for, and
An
like
escape.
I'm not going to say the word comfort, but I'm looking for comfort. Something I've seen before. Something
Yeah, that's
that
what you're seeking.
Yeah.
Peace.
Yeah.
You're seeking
Because for a long time,
pleasure. You're seeking pleasure in anywhere you can get it. Have you ever thought about maybe Russian hookers?
Oh, not Russian ones, Mike. They can't be
Okay.
trusted.
They take
Well,
state
you know.
secrets.
Yeah.
You know.
And all the state secrets I know.
No, but I get it.
And I
We're
yell
all-
them
aren't
out
we
at the
all-
most inopportune times.
Aren't we all doing that in a way? Aren't we all doing that? I think Carla and I right now are in a zone and where we are seeking our comfort by getting into a routine of doing for our son.
That's good.
kind of
Yeah,
where
but
we
that's-
seek our comfort.
But
Sitting
you
out
see,
there for
you-
two, and it was 2 hours, not 2.5 hours.
But Mike,
last
that's
night,
something
so.
that you will ultimately lose. I got no kids at home. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't have that right now.
That's a drag.
It
That's
is a drag, and
Yeah,
I
it is a
and,
drag.
and I don't drink.
I think about it often because not only will I be losing kids, but that'll be right about the time that I'm, may I mambo dog face the banana.
No, I
patch,
think
you
you'll
know.
be fine, but
Walking
you'll
around,
miss
go,
him.
The
You'll
apple
miss
falls,
him.
please.
You will miss
What?
him. You will miss him. I don't think you're
No, I'm
going to
just
be.
talking about my own.
I don't think
when
you'll be
he's
blithering
gone,
at
it'll be
that
my
point.
own elderly status.
No, I think you'll be fine.
I'm not going to be sitting there going, "Oh, happy 40th birthday." I mean, it's
You
that
can tape
time's
it
going
for
to
him.
come.
But you know what, Mike? You will be there for
We can
Carla's
use
40th.
we can use the roundtable music for that time when he's out of the house, and all of a sudden, I look up in the sky and there's the Reaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be doing the show with us.
Yeah. The
I
Reaper
just-
will be doing the show.
But getting back to
Michael
you,
will.
But
getting back to you.
at
And
the
you
end of the day, do you
Yes.
ever sort of just sort things out, think about where you are and stuff like that? Like just do like a rundown of your day, rundown of where you at. And so you do that. And I think that I've had 3 really significant deaths this year. I hate to bring it up, but it's true. And it weighs on me. It weighs on me.
nobody would argue that. Nobody in a million years would argue that.
And I can sort of compartmentalize it
Yeah.
during the day. get through what I can do here and, be a cheerful guy as much as possible.
Yeah, but you're
But when I
faking it.
get home and really think about it, 3 times this week, there's something I wanted to call my Uncle Dana about. Just pick up the phone, right?
Mhm.
I have an idea for you.
What?
The idea is this, and hear me out, because you said something just then about and be cheerful as much as I can.
Rob, like can I just before you get to your idea, Rob, during the day, is very thoughtful with his time and is very kind, and he, off air, and this is not even a joke. There's no way to spin this. You're wonderful for our culture here. Like, you're so kind. You engage with people. People like you. They're not scared of you. You're a cheerleader. You actually thoughtfully think about them. You walk around no, it's important.
But
thank you, Oscar, though.
Look at Oscar right now.
Just telling the truth.
I know.
It's a very
I'm
nice
glad
thing
he
to
is
say.
at your
Thank you.
place. All right, I'm talking about here and now.
You'd hate it if I was at your place.
I am. Yeah,
You
maybe
really
not.
would. No, you
He's
would.
a great jester. We've always said no. Thing is though, so you're not keeping it necessarily real, and a lot of people that keep it completely real are a pain in the ass to be around.
Right.
I don't keep it completely real all the time. I don't come in here. I am. I get off from this show, and I think the show is probably closer with the three of us to
Mhm.
what we
Mhm.
really are than it ever has been. But for you, when you talk about everything you've been through and how you're feeling, I think that maybe a pivot is necessary, and a pivot from being happy Rob to being hateful Rob. And Oscar
He does it wrong though when he does it.
Yes,
He does. Here on the show, he tries to be hateful, and he's a little awkward and rude.
I know.
You're right. So no, a happy
But it
Rob is
also
old
adds
Rob
a
we
little
know.
sizzle when he's hateful and rude, don't you think?
I mean, I'm on the receiving end of it, so it's awkward.
Well, I am too occasionally. It's passive aggressive mostly,
Yeah.
and that drives. I want
hateful
to
Rob
jump
would
through
be
the TV.
fake Rob.
Hateful Rob would be fake Rob.
Yeah. No, I think what I know Rob is doing, without divulging too much,
Sure.
is he's seeking therapy where he can, which is wonderful and important. You're still doing that, right?
Yes.
Great.
Mhm.
We have a videotape of where he seeks that therapy. The bath. Bath time.
It's awfully busy
Mike.
in that water, isn't it?
I a lot of
Terry? Terry, can you get it? Terry! I need another bar of soap.
I lost this one.
Turning on the faucet, making the water a little warmer. Do you have my Mrs. Smith's pie? Terry!
Never, ever eat pie in the bathtub.
what happened to the other half of the pie?
I ate it the next day.
Then he felt angry.
Then I
Then he
said,
felt angry.
no, I felt like I'd accomplished something.
I don't know.
You finished something.
Yeah, I
This
finished
has
something
been-
finally.
Your journey, in a small way, part of your journey has been our journey.
Oh, I
Yes,
understand.
yes, yeah.
I understand that. And I want you to know that a part of me, well, if not all of me, I hate that.
But you're staying alive for us, which I appreciate.
No, I'm staying alive for myself,
Okay,
Oscar.
well,
But don't flatter yourself.
You're doing a
But
terrible job.
I hate that it has to be an energy suck on you guys when it gets like this. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel like I'm being propped up by you guys, and I do feel like that, and I
Well,
don't like that.
Because you are.
I know. I don't like it.
But this is what family does.
I know, but I don't think it's fair to you guys.
Can I tell you something probably no one's ever effing told you?
What?
You are not Superman. You probably have been for your family your entire life because no one thought Rob Spiewak could get sad or hurt and you had to be strong. You are not, none of us are Superman. And you've been dealt, some of it for your own dealing, but you've been dealt a terrible hand for the past 3 to 4 to 5 years. And it's finally come and we're all facing it.
Yeah.
And you have an incredible support system here.
I
I
know
know it
this.
doesn't sound like it,
No, I know
but
this.
you have it. don't feel bad about it. We just, our greatest concern is that even with this comfort food, that you are taking steps down that same path again with a different
Vice.
Yeah,
I understand
that's
that.
that's the greatest. Now, for me, our trip to Joseph A. Bank has life again, because I know that those wonderful coats and suits and jeans that I bought you now are in play once again. That's the silver line.
They're still too big.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Give it a couple months.
Thanks, champ.
So after hearing this has been an analysis of you, and to wrap it up, what are your thoughts about all this?
My thoughts are that, I do need to turn it around.
Like what, your life?
Well, no, the eating. I think the life is.
When you say turn it around, you have a desire, when we're in a subject like this, to talk in code.
Okay.
And you have to kind of rehash in detail what we're
I would
talking
like
about.
to remedy the way I've been eating. I'd
Okay.
like to reverse the process of my nutritional journey. I'd like to get back to where I was even just 4 months ago.
Oh yeah.
But
That's when you were
Also-
hot.
I also know that it ain't easy. And I'm going
Tell
through
me
some
about
stuff
it. I have
right
to
now.
take a drug to do it.
But I mean, beyond that, if I go from the food, the source of the food, I think, is sadness. That's why I'm doing it.
Aw.
And that needs to be,
That would have to be a therapist.
Yeah,
that would
that's
tell
a
Have you ever
whether that's
tried
true
just
or not.
treating your body like a merry-go-round as an outlet?
Is that like hence the Russian hookers?
Yeah, I mean, you can just find a different vice, but just do that.
An exercise,
Yeah.
the vice where fitness and
Yeah.
attractiveness was king.
I'm still not buying into the merry-go-round analogy,
Hmm.
but
No, yeah, I mean, frankly, my merry-go-round is in storage right now. Although
Mike, are they revamping the horses?
I'm almost
Restoring?
hesitant.
Yes, it's under restoration. It's a historic item.
All right. Before we go to break, I have to share this.
But just to put a final
Yes.
button on it, Mike.
yes.
The final button is this. Don't think I don't know what I'm doing. I know that what I'm doing is not good for me, and it is something that I'm dealing with right now in the best way I can,
Yeah.
and I will try to turn it around.
You're just a sad cloon.
I'm you know what?
well,
I
when
am
you
sad
say it's
right
all
now.
I've got, and that's
You
stuck
got
with me
us.
yesterday.
Well, I mean, but that's something I do look forward to.
I mean,
look
I just
forward
wish-
to it.
I wish this offered more.
Let-
I wish, to be honest with you, selfishly, I wish you could throw yourself into all of this more.
Yeah, but it's not something I can do at the end of the day.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Hear me out.
All right.
You didn't hear me.
No, I
Let me make
did.
it
I
real
understood.
clear.
I understood.
I'm not talking about the end of the day. I am talking about all of this. Like think back in your memory banks to when this, and I'm talking about this program,
Right.
was your thing. It wasn't all you got. It was one of the big things you had, though.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you looked at it.
Right.
And you haven't been there with that for many, many years. And I wish that was it, but I don't. That's my own selfish trip.
Yeah, you've
that,
always been
you know,
selfish.
Me? You're talking
This
about
man is talking about being sad and needing help and
Oscar,
working his way through it, and you
don't-
just made it all about you.
Oscar, if you want to help,
me? Hey, I'm
Don't help.
hurting from you when you looked at Rob Ford and said, "See, drama, drama. He's drama, drama, drama."
You know
And
why
that
it hurt
my
so- you
feelings,
know
and
why it
I'm
hurt
still
so
hurt
much?
by that. I'm still
Because
hurt by
it was
that.
true.
Yeah, just me. I'm the only drama. I'm the only drama here, right? It's only me. It's going to be like an hour and 10-minute opening segment right now.
Yes,
You
we-
make me start doing that. And he wants it both ways. He started on you, and he's your harshest critic.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, but
Oscar
I'm his
is,
greatest
not
supporter
me.
as well.
Well, maybe I am too. Maybe you don't know about that. Maybe you don't know
I
about
don't.
those
I don't.
those phone calls that I make
It's
to
very
Rob.
sweet.
You,
All right.
Oscar,
He doesn't tell me about
stay out of it because Mike calls me frequently.
So I
them. To
just
yell at you?
I
No,
wish that
late at night.
when I guess I took it kind of personally when it started with All I Got, because I think you got,
You've got everything. You've got
This is just
family,
a
you got
thing.
life, you got us.
I understand.
when I recount
You
my
got
day and I
Mac,
think about it,
Pony,
I
not
think
so
about
much.
this. This is number one right now for me.
Mm-hmm.
Is my kid, my wife,
Yeah.
kind of doing fine now, chugging along. So where am I thinking? I'm thinking in terms of, our boy over here and his efforts to right the ship. And I think
Yes.
about it often.
Yes.
And I also think back to the days where there were contributions coming from many different areas,
Yeah.
kind of evaporated. That's
Well, I
that's
mean,
gonna-
It's a down
yes,
year.
I do make it about me.
It's a
Sorry.
down year. Well, Mike,
'Cause maybe I need therapy too, right?
it's for the same reasons. It's called the Mike O'Mara Show. Like this is why the show is great. You can be honest about it. Like
Well, the way I feel.
Mac, what do you want out of all this?
I want everybody to be happy.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
Not a chance for in the near future.
I tell you what, the minute that happens, we got no
if
show
that-
anymore.
If that happens by Christmas,
That is so funny.
like if things really get good,
yeah.
then you'll know.
Well,
You'll
he
know
won't
right
be
away.
happy. The business will be better, but he won't be happy.
Well, he doesn't care whether the business is better.
No,
I mean, he doesn't. It's
I'm
not.
saying,
it
but you
doesn't
said, but
affect him.
part of your happiness is him being happy.
No, part of me being happy would be him caring more about the business.
Oh, that doesn't make sense.
No, it
What do you
makes
mean
sense.
it doesn't makes total sense.
It makes sense.
But him caring
I care
about the
him
business.
I care about him as a person to where if he got, so big that his health was jeopardized, I'd feel friggin' horrible about that. And the whole reason I brought this up is when he said, that's all I got.
It's
I'm like,
food.
God, I wish
Yeah.
it was more valuable to him here. I wish it was more of a rush the way it used to be. We all know that
Yeah.
it's not. And that
Well, 'cause
sucks for me.
Yeah, always,
I wish it was. I really wish it was. I'd do anything to make that
No,
happen.
but when you
I'd
talk
call
about
it the Rob Spiewak show.
no,
Yeah.
you
to
wouldn't.
make that happen. I would.
No, I wouldn't want that.
I would.
I wouldn't want it. I
I
wouldn't
would.
want
I'd
that.
change the logo. I'd call it the Rob Spiewak show.
I wouldn't want
And
that.
now here's Rob.
No.
And I'd be over here being funny as S.
Oh,
I would be
that's
just like
sweet.
I was to the other guy. Okay?
Kirk?
That was a long run.
Kirk.
Yes, Kirk. And Shamrock.
That's all. He gets the kicker.
All right.
We're done. We're done for today. Look,
That
to be
went well.
continued. Could be continued.
Yeah. That was a delight. All
He
the way
landed on
through.
his feet, which is
Yeah.
Yeah.
way to go,
Yeah.
DC Baltimore Market.
Well, you moved, Mike.
Yeah. I moved because I had no other option. True. Sorry, truth hurts, baby. We'll be right back. We're going to have a round table right here, everybody. Legacy Box. Get to know Legacy Box, people. The ultimate solution. This is a fun show. For preserving your precious memories, don't let your box of old home movies deteriorate in a hot, damp, musty box this summer.
The worst.
Really, Legacy Box is wonderful. You can save your tapes, and they're having a Save Your Tapes sale. You can easily access and protect those memories forever for only $9 per tape. It's like magic. Simply send in your Legacy Box filled with VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, and pictures. Their professional team will digitize everything and return it to you on a thumb drive or in the cloud, along with your original items. Experience the amazing feeling of bringing your past into the present and preserving it for the future. It's great to see parents and kids and childhoods. We've all used it. We all love it because you can't put a price on memories.
It's true, Oscar.
Don't let this summer's heat age your videotapes, film reels, and fade your photos. Because if you fade your photos, you won't get those fabulous photos of when you visited the Whitehall Inn and enjoyed Whitehall's famous fruit fritters.
Photos of them?
Photos of fruit fritters. Visit legacybox.com/TMOS to shop their $9 tape sale. That's legacybox.com/TMOS to unlock this incredible offer. Listen, here it is. We all have our own hangups. We really do.
I just
We
love
all have our hangups.
when you were talking about when Rob, before his hospital stay, was like, bebopping and hopping and probably.
I'm talking about a hell of a lot
Yeah, but
longer
he was a
before that.
raging alcoholic. He was trying to get through
I'm
life.
talking about long before that.
I get that. But it just reminded me of a guy talking about his wife that used to have like a tight ass. And and he just wanted her to get back in shape.
I think my ass looks pretty good.
But I have my own things. I have my own thing, I do. I feel, how I feel, and this is to Oscar.
Yes.
Okay.
You feel young?
No, I feel that we have two entities. We have the Mike O'Mara Show and we have Podville Media.
Correct.
And I believe that on some level, Oscar keeps a big wall up between Podville Media and the Mike O'Mara Show. And when I say that, I'm talking about not you, Rob, not necessarily Mac, who works for Podville Media
Mhm.
and comes in through the grace of Oscar
Oh,
and Charlie
Charlie
Burney
Burney,
to work on it. But would I be, because I really don't have any contact with the people up there, and I don't know
This is the
what it
first
means.
time I've seen Rob today.
Rob Spiewak.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, this is the first
Okay.
time we've
So,
talked.
but do you understand what I'm saying, Rob?
Well, yeah, they're two separate entities, and there's not
Right.
like a lot of people crawling around here that you would miss out on seeing.
Yeah,
I mean, some
because-
people are working from home.
But you protect people at Podville from this little entity, which can be
Because it's a
problematic.
liability.
Would that be accurate?
It's a liability, yes.
What do you mean a liability?
I don't need someone coming in here and then getting offended by you somehow and then me having
you.
to deal with it after. No, I'm very thoughtful in the way I talk to our
no,
team.
you're really not.
Yes.
You offend people too.
Yes.
You offend people too. Thank you.
I haven't to this point. Yeah.
You
So yes.
you offend people. You've said things that are offend. You just offended Rob.
Yeah, that's what we do on the show.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't offend
Back in the day,
the
we used
team.
to have a lot of a revolving door where there were,
Correct.
people coming.
Correct.
So getting back to my original
Yes.
point, the big wall that's up there, and that wall, I have no idea how to break down that. And I've always thought that might be interesting for this particular entity. That's what I
Oh,
thought.
no.
But as I was just told, he's worried that the big dipshit might offend somebody when they come in the door. Right? Is it? 'Cause
Yeah,
it
I don't
sounds like
think
it's
that's
me.
new news to you.
No, I mean, but it's me, right? It sounds like me, although I don't do that, really. I don't. I think that most people that come through the door are treated. I will give you my greatest example.
Yes.
The Talking Head segment.
Correct.
Of those people that
Correct.
we've had on the show, how many of those people would you think were offended by their visit to me? And I've interviewed
maybe
most of them
10%?
and most of the, what's that?
10%?
10%.
Yes.
I don't think it would be that high a number.
No,
Okay,
it's-
5%?
I think it's 0.
I think it's 0%.
Oh, remember when he brushed someone off in the middle of an interview? It was awkward.
There was
one
They gave the
person
wrap
who was
up.
nervous that was.
no, it was, and the guy was sick. He ended up apologizing to us.
Yeah, but it was awkward.
But you say offended,
Maybe not offensive.
so he wasn't offended. So,
Yeah.
So
it's
that's my point.
0%.
Yeah, but that's
my point is I am.
there's
no
no
longer,
recourse with the talking head, Mike. If somebody comes in here and somehow we don't know
What
their
do you mean
sensibility.
there's no recourse with the talk? What does that mean?
If someone comes in here from Podville Media and for some reason they get their feathers ruffled or their something hurts their feelings, the recourse is that I got to deal with HR and a possible lawsuit. So that's why it's firewalled.
Hmm.
That's all it is.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think I need to be firewalled. That's my point.
But
I think
it's,
I need.
it's
I
not
think I
worth the
need-
risk.
I don't think I'm a risk. I don't think this show is a risk anymore. I really don't.
I don't think we know what's a risk in corporate
I think
America
you've been
these days.
burned in the past, not necessarily by me, but by others. And I think that perhaps you're sensitive to that. And you think that I think the point I'm trying to make
Yes.
is that I think you can have a lot of fun with a lot of different people, and you can do it playing completely nice, like I've done. I've had fun with people that come on as a talking head. I've been edgy to a degree with them, but I'm no longer. It's not the zone that I play in because it's not anything that's in. I think it's important for you to know, Oscar Santana.
Yes,
that it's
tell
not
me.
It's not in my comfort zone to do that. It's in my comfort zone to defend myself when I feel like
Yes.
my
I'm not attacking
my
you.
character is being
No,
besmirched.
you're a good person. You're a good
Well, I'm
person.
talking about
and-
on the show,
and
though,
you're a
back in
thoughtful-
the day, the job one.
Yes.
Back in the old
Correct.
shock jockery days,
Correct.
job one was to test boundaries,
Yes.
walk up to the edge,
Yes.
offend,
Correct.
and shock.
yes.
And I got news for you. I effing hated it. Hated it. Loved being funny. Loved, something that would be silly. But by and large, not really. Now, with that said, do I like coming in to vent frustrations at things that I feel are minor injustices and things that I want to get off my chest? 100%.
Correct.
But the actual act of testing boundaries to test boundaries. It aged me. That's the
I
truth,
remember
Ruth.
you hating it.
I
do.
don't disagree, and I believe you. I'm saying that we live in a brave new world in corporate America that would not allow for us to do any of the shtick we even did a year ago or even 2 years ago in a fun manner, that I would not have a conversation that I would have to have somehow off air, that, it's not worth the liability. If it's an intern,
What about the way
they get
I'm
what they get.
portrayed to the people?
They just know we come and do a show. They know we respect you. They know that you're part owner, that you're up on the wall of fame with all our clients.
The only thing I hear is, man, I hear a lot of laughter
Yeah,
when
they
you
hear
guys
us
do the
laughing.
show. That's what their reaction is.
But
And why did you say to Rob Ford, see, drama? Like you'd said it before. Like you'd indicated it before.
no, because
like you
Rob Ford has been
commiserated about
working with
what
us. He's the longest standing employee from Podville Media. He knows you.
What does that mean?
Like he
What
knows.
does that effing mean?
You're a
What
wild
does
card.
that
You just
mean?
never know what you're going to get. You're a wild card. That's not a bad thing. That's what makes the show great.
That's about
It is.
You
It
weren't
is.
here. It was when you were gone.
It was. I was taking a medical day.
See, drama. See, I'm still thinking about it. I still think about it. I never held on to anything with him as long as I've held to that, because it's totally rocked my world, and I've never told you that.
You
It
did.
rocked.
You've told me
my
many times.
World. Not that I've held on to it. I'm still talking about it.
Yeah. You also said you
Still
let it go.
talking about it. What?
You also said you let it go twice now.
I tried. I can't. I think about it all the time.
Do
I
you
think
want-
I
do
think
you-
it has fundamentally changed the dynamic. As a matter of fact, it shouldn't be the Rob Spiewak show or the Mike O'Mara show. It should be the Oscar.
We would lose
Show.
subscribers.
I'd listen
The
to
Oscar
that.
Santana
Thank
show,
you.
because that was the day. And by the way, I accept it because I don't think I have a choice. That was the day. Are you ready for this, Rob?
Mhm.
That was the day Oscar became the boss.
No.
That was the
Yeah.
day Oscar became the boss. Then, I was grasping, but it was that's it. That's it.
That's a
Because,
bad day that I wasn't there, because you would have had my vote.
Like a
Thank
condo
you.
society.
Exactly. He picked his moment.
Condo
He said a day
association?
that I wasn't here. He said, "We're putting it up for a vote."
Del Boca Vista.
West.
I will tell you this, Oscar. I will tell you this.
You know what? Peace
I
of
will
mind.
do
It's actually
everything
it's
I
gonna
can.
burst your bubble. It's gonna burst your bubble.
I will
could
tell you
bring
this.
in
I
Rob
will
right
try-
now,
I
and he will
try to
have
let it go.
zero context. Like whatever you've manifested in your mind as a conspiracy theory, and I will not prime Rob. Rob Ford could walk in here right now. You could explain to him what you're thinking about, and then you can ask him what the root of it is, or if I ever have had any scuttlebutt or talked about you behind your back, and he will tell you the truth, and it will be unrewarding.
And I can confirm
And
that.
and Mac, I have to say that this is what hurts.
What?
Some weird person shouldn't hurt. I believe everything Oscar just said. That's
Yeah, because I talked to Rob about 5 minutes after that happened, because I was there too.
Yeah, you were there.
I was
you remember
there.
that? Remember
And
the
I
day?
talked to
The
Rob,
day
and
that I
he
the
was-
day we'll refer to that as the day Mike O'Mara was disciplined
Yeah, so I
on
was.
the Mike O'Mara show.
I refer to it as the day that I got a good liver screening.
But I believe him when he says that.
Yeah.
I believe it. I'm not creating. I believe it. I still don't like it, but I believe it's true.
It's the truth.
There's a moment in the heat of battle. Is
Yes.
exactly what it
Yes.
was. And I will do everything I can. And maybe even there, that was able to brush it off my shoulder and move on and get it. Because we're doing, sometimes when we're all doing therapy, I like to get my
This
therapy
is
in
great.
too.
Sure.
Thank you.
It's understandable.
That was like a month ago. I'm still holding on to it.
Yeah, okay. You hold on to stuff too.
But when you tell me I'm good with it, I believe you twice.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, there's nothing that ever has happened
Yes.
on this show in all the time. And we're talking about over a
15
decade
years.
of doing this.
Yes.
It'll be 15 years in December 7th.
15 years of doing this.
Yes.
There's never
14.
been anything in this area where it's just been, nope, don't wanna. And that's it. So that's where we are. And I
What-
really, anytime, I think anytime there's another person that comes in,
Yeah.
whether it's a guest, whether it's anybody, there's always that feeling that, that due to someone's discomfort, that person's going to, be unpredictable, or what did you say? What did you call it before? A wild card.
Yes.
That's like, what wild card's a synonym for a-hole.
Not
He
really.
might be an
No.
It's not saying he's kind of a white. He's kind of an a-hole.
Unhinged.
Not unhinged. I'm not unhinged. Michael, we're all right, honey. He's playing Madden. Madden just came out today.
Oh, that's nice.
Mike,
Mike, wild card is not an insult. That is someone who will react something in not an expected way. And
Yeah.
again, like he says, that's why the show is
That's why
great.
people like the show.
Yes.
well,
I
have
think
to-
we're all
Yeah,
wild cards in a
correct.
certain
Sometimes
way.
I have to finish the show, and I know I'm a wild card, and I like what I do, and I just feel as though we made a minor tweak or two on the show a few days ago, and it feels different to me. It feels better, and I hope I welcome your feedback too, ladies and gentlemen. I truly do, because we kind of are doing this more. We're having long form discussions more because we like to do that. All right. And, just let us know if you like the way it's rolling along. And that's why coming up in the next segment, we're going to do the round table. I will end this segment with a total palate cleanser,
Nice.
an old man joke.
Okay.
All right.
From an old man?
I have two for your entertainment today.
Great.
All right. The first one is a joke about the Catholic Church. Taylor Sheridan, if you watch the Yellowstone prequel known as 1923, there is a great deal of activity with the Catholic Church and their treatment of Native Americans, which,
Yes.
if even remotely true, but I've read my history too.
But,
a lot
it's
of that
weird
crap
to
went
think
down.
that because they normally have all their ducks in a row, that church.
Okay, so here's the joke, all right?
Yes.
The late Frank Perdue flies to the Vatican. Flies over to the Vatican for an audience with the Pope. Not sure who the Pope was when Frank Perdue was alive, but it doesn't matter for the purposes of this joke.
Okay.
So Frank Perdue gets an audience with the Pope. He walks in, he says, Your Holiness, in the Lord's Prayer, we hear, give us this day our daily bread. I was wondering if there was any chance that you could change that. I would be willing to donate $50 million to the Catholic Church if you could change, give us this day our daily bread to give us this day our daily chicken.
Oh.
And Pope
Marketing.
looks at him and says, "Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Perdue. These are commandments etched in stone. This is a book that this is the holiest of holiest books." And Frank Perdue says, "I understand. Listen, okay, if you change the prayer to give us this day our daily chicken, I'd be willing to donate $100 million to the Catholic Church."
Well then.
And the Pope picks up the phone and says, "Call the bread people and tell them our deal is off." There you go.
Big bread.
And the other joke is
chicken.
real quickie for you, ladies and gentlemen. Where is the worst place to have a heart attack?
Where?
When you're playing charades. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, they're jokes. I don't care. I liked them. I like both of them and I laugh both.
Sounds
So I
like
shared
heart.
them.
Sounds like heart. Heart?
So that's a,
Heart.
You're shocked. You're
Shocked.
angry.
You're mad.
You're waving your arms. What? You're blue? What is going on?
Your left
Anyway,
arm is no good? What?
It doesn't. I don't understand it. We'll be back with the round table. Jet.
Woo! Jet. Woo!
Hey, it may be hot, but you can see, you can be chill. Let me start that again. It may be hot, but you can be chill with Dadgrass. Stay cool this summer with legal, organic, TSA-approved smokable hemp. Experience delightful cannabis effects with low THC, high CBD, pre-rolled joints, all while keeping a clear head. Discover tinctures and gummies for mellow vibes without smoke. Love your summertime travel with Dadgrass, the ultimate choice. Remember, all Dadgrass products are for ACE, TSA approved. Fly, baby. Dadgrass is the maximum, utmost. All Dadgrass products are federally legal for ages 18 and over, and it ships right to your door anywhere in the U.S. Plus, it's TSA approved. That is not a lie. It is TSA approved. Right now, Dadgrass is offering our listeners 20% off their first order when you go to dadgrass.com/TMOS. Go to dadgrass.com/TMOS, 20% off your first order. That's dadgrass.com/TMOS. Anybody get any feedback on the round table sounder that I'm playing? Do we need to update it or change it, or how do you boys feel?
I received some feedback on the segment that people are really enjoying it.
Yes.
Right. But nothing on the horn?
Well, I mean, it's just been one day.
Yeah, it's one day. It has a long tail, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I just like to get as much feedback as I possibly can.
We've fallen into another dream.
Thank you. I've heard this
For your
on and
Inception
off
fans.
over the years.
Thank you.
One of the things I notice when I watch The Blind Side, the movie, is I don't think it holds up. I think it is very, very difficult for me to watch now.
Mm-hmm.
I've thought that for a long time. Michael Orr, he was the character, and not the character,
Right.
he was the real football player the movie was about.
Okay.
He's retired from the NFL, and his life story was depicted in The Blind Side. Well, he is suing the family that took him in, claiming they used him. Other claims he recently found out that Sean and Orr claims that he recently found out that Sean and Leanne Toohey never adopted him like they claim they did. Instead, they tricked him into signing documents making them his conservators. Interesting.
Wow.
As his conservators, other claims, or claims, I keep saying others, sorry guys, or claims they deprived him of the rights to his name, image, and likeness. The conservatorship gave them the authority to handle all his financial and legal affairs. If they'd adopted him, he would have retained those rights. They also made millions off the movie along with their two kids, while Orr claims that he got nothing. I got nothing. Orr wants the court to terminate the conservatorship. I can't believe it's still going on.
Yeah.
Now that he's been a grown-up forever. He's out of the NFL now. And he wants to force the Tooheys to forfeit all the money they made off the rights to his name and story. His lawsuit says, quote, where other parents of Michael's classmates saw Michael simply as a nice kid in need, conservators Sean Toohey and Leanne Toohey saw something else, a gullible young man whose athletic talent could be exploited for their own benefit. Orr played in the NFL from 2009 to 16. He's actually always hated The Blind Side because it makes him look stupid. So I thought that was kind of interesting, and it's certainly late in the game right now, but his playing days are over. And
Question.
kind of interesting.
Does it surprise you?
I think when you heard, it doesn't surprise me simply because I have heard that he hates the movie.
Yeah,
And
I
he
think
is-
we've known that for a while.
Yeah, and it is a white hero story.
Mhm.
Very definitely. It
Um,
is. That's the way the movie comes across as
They
the
saved
great-
him. Yeah.
the great white savior coming in here. And I don't know. I mean, that I thought it was a little jive, the movie.
Of
Always
course,
have,
yeah.
you know. But who knows what the real deal is.
I've actually taken a deep dive into this because I've been fascinated by the story in the last few days. And there was roughly a year ago a separate story similar to this that there were some issues with the family. At stake at the moment, and if I'm repeating a little bit what Mike said, I just want to make sure I get the facts right, is the residuals, royalties from his story in the movie, which the family said they split 5 ways. He's alleging that he didn't get his fair share from the $300+ million, not that total amount, but the royalties that came to him from his.
They're claiming that it goes mother, father, kid, football player. That's
Well,
the 5 ways?
the 5 ways, yes.
Okay.
And
Well, then the family gets 80% and he gets 20%.
Yeah, you know what?
Agreed.
Hell of a point.
Agreed. So I'm just giving you the facts, right?
This is mad world logic. That
So-
if you should be one unit.
Right.
The family, as portrayed in the movie, were a handful of boosters that were, attempting to make some decisions for him and take care of him in some aspects for the conservatorship. So when he was going to Ole Miss, like they could make sure they could
Their school, by the way.
they could sign the paperwork. They could make sure that this was going the right way. And now years later, he comes to find out that they could have adopted him at age 18.
Right.
They told him, he alleges that they said he couldn't adopt. They couldn't actually adopt him. They had to be a conservatorship because that was the only form of adoption that was allowed because he was over 18.
Okay.
So that's what they went with. So I think his feelings are hurt that why didn't they adopt him when they could have? Did they know that the conservatorship was not the only option? He wants to get to the bottom of that.
And was he used?
Or was he used?
Yes.
He also the story in this lawsuit also comes out the day of his book being released.
Wait a second. I didn't
See,
know
that's
that.
why we do the round table. I didn't know that.
You
So
know,
he
they
has
didn't
this
mention
thing.
that on the Today Show either.
He has a new book,
Oh my God.
That's a little hinky.
right?
Yeah.
And then
And the ghostwriter of it is Tom Hanks.
so I watch on Barstool Sports, and they have their own leanings, but I'm watching an interview with the son, the real person from the family, and
Okay.
he is very clear. He's like, look, I still love him. We still love him. We knew that this was coming down the line because we've been dealing with this for some time now. Wasn't really surprised when it happened, and so I don't know what to believe, right? But I also understand that someone's likeness and their identity was sold.
Yeah.
Without maybe them understanding that. But in the long run, I don't know what Michael Oher's position is, especially with the book coming out and what his actual stake and what he has to gain out of this.
All right, here's how I look at it.
Is
I
this just
think that-
financial? I don't know.
Now, I think there are a lot of question marks. Obviously, a lot of questions about what this is, but I also think it comes down to dollars and cents.
Sure.
And I think it can be accounted for. And I think you can go look at
Of
the
course.
accounting of it, and you can say, okay. And the fact that there is no blind side without Michael Oher,
Mm-hmm.
there's certainly a blind side without those kids.
Yeah.
And, and they were kind of secondary characters in the movie. The movie was the relationship between the mother and Michael Oher. That's the truth. And I think if there is a evidence of a long-standing problem that he had with the way it was done,
Right.
who knows? At the same time, you have to say the man thrived under their influence.
Yes.
And was able to get into the NFL. I don't know what his level of talent was and how it was developed. And that's coaching as well. Who knows?
It sounds to me
be
that
continued.
at least there was some misdirection, if not an outright hoodwinking of him. Unless
I
he's
think
lying.
there's a chance of that.
But guys, I think that there's also, I don't know. Everything the family's signaling is saying they love him regardless, and they will go through this process.
If you got 80% of the money, you'd love him too.
I think you're hung up on just. I think this is about money, so that's obvious. But
Well,
I think,
it is kind of money,
Yeah,
If there was money involved in this,
but
there
you
may
don't.
have been
But,
money with the Ole Miss.
but if you
situation.
get 80%,
Right.
I think the opposite happens. I think you fight if nefarious and devious, and you fight them at a very high level in the press, and you fight them at every level you can. That's what
Because
these people do.
if you come out at that in that way, if that's your play immediately, then you're the villain.
That doesn't stop people from doing it, though.
No, but if they're smart, they play it this way. We love him.
I
and
think
and
it
also
continues.
the fact
We'll have
that
to wait
Yeah.
and see.
the son is the one that issued the statement, not the parents.
No, the parents also issued
Oh, they
their
were
own
okay.
statement.
Okay,
Correct.
you were talking about the kid.
Yeah,
well,
both of them.
obviously this is going into some sort of litigation, so
Yeah.
we'll have to keep tabs out and see what's going on. All right, we'll do that. A tale of two celebrities, gentlemen. I'm going to kind of paraphrase both these stories,
Please. All right.
and kind of says a lot about these particular individuals. Fleetwood Mac drummer Mick Fleetwood, he has lived in Maui for several decades, and he's spoken out about the catastrophic wildfire disaster that ravaged the Hawaiian island last week. By the way, still amazing to think that
Horrible.
less than a month before, my sister had been on that island for a month,
I know.
right down there, right
And
where
as
it
soon
all
as she
happened.
leaves,
Yeah, I think, well, thanks, Rob. The 76-year-old musician has a restaurant, Fleetwood's, on Front Street. Didn't he have one in Alexandria at one point? Didn't he try to have one in Alexandria?
I don't
Old Town,
remember
I thought?
that. Could
There
be.
might have been a Fleetwood's down there. I don't know if it's still around. He said to CBS, the morning show, quote, "I haven't lost a family member. I didn't lose my house. It could have happened, but it didn't happen." So you immediately go like, I'm really lucky. Now what the hell can I do?
Mhm.
I mean, the whole town of Lahaina is no more. He immediately was providing services and putting stuff on a plane and helping people. And he is going to continue to do that. And now we go to the other celebrity.
Let's do it.
Mhm.
Reading the room has not always been Paris Hilton's strong suit.
Oh, no.
Over the weekend, she was enjoying a vacation with her husband and their son on Maui, 30 miles from Lahaina, out of the zone of the wildfires. Paris and family arrived last Tuesday, and by Wednesday, Hawaiian authorities were asking tourists to leave. She didn't. She didn't listen. Obviously, the internet isn't letting her get away with it. One critic said, quote, "Imagine watching thousands of people lose their homes, loved ones, families, etc., and then expecting them to serve you drinks while you frolic on the stop it. Ah! And then frolicking on the beach in front of
Unhinged.
them. Another one said Paris Hilton heard about the Maui wildfire devastation, then said, "That's hot." That's
Mike.
right. So that's not from me. That's from
No.
somebody else.
I doubt
so
she
that's
said
it.
that.
I agree. Paris. get
Well,
your act
how do you
together.
feel
Come
about
on.
this? There are snorkeling trips. There are excursions. It's a tourist economy that are still happening. And I feel for the people because they're literally weeping openly saying,
Yeah.
we're still recovering here and we
Bodies
and-
still haven't
and we
recovered.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's
it's
weird.
wild, right?
It's just weird. I mean, that's the way it goes. I mean, it's very strange, but Paris, duh, please.
Derp.
Finally, OnlyFans, as you may know, is an online platform for sexually explicit.
Look out.
I go there for crafts.
It is
That's
upwards of
Pinterest you're looking for.
130 million users. Much of its success has been attributed to the sense of connection the subscription-based model gave consumers during the pandemic. What you find on OnlyFans is not always exactly porn, at least not in the traditional sense, but it's not porn. Generally speaking, men tend to consume more pornography compared to women. There is emerging evidence that men are at the center of a larger loneliness pandemic. Epidemic, I should say. Some experts blame social media and porn for the declining connection. Given that OnlyFans represents the intersection of the two, it would make sense that lonely, single men would be driving the company's success. It is a convenient theory, but the only problem is the opposite seems to be true. A majority of subscribers are married men. So OnlyFans is less of an antidote to loneliness and more of a fidelity cheat code. The twist comes from one of the first studies to break down OnlyFans user demos. After surveying 335 men and 383 women, ages 18 to 71.
Very nice.
Researchers found that OnlyFans subscribers on average were 63% male, 68% white, and 89% married.
Wow.
With 59% of users identifying as hetero, 37% identifying as bi or pansexual, like Wayne Brady.
Yeah, how
told
many
us
of
last
them,
week.
what's the percentage of people over the age of 71?
71.
We might have missed the boat. Like, it really is an economy that at first was kind of like, this is interesting. The pandemic hits, and a lot of these adult entertainers go to
Like a
they go
subscription
to OnlyFans because
Yeah.
they couldn't make movies.
Right.
And then that
And if you're
really
a celebrity who wants to do
that
that,
really
it's even more.
spurred the platform and then legitimized it. And I'm watching one of my TikTok feed, the reels or TikToks that come up, and it's a very famous actress. Her name's Sky Bri, SKI for you perverts out there, BRI if I'm not mistaken.
I love her cheese.
And she said she's making $12 million a month. $12 million a month.
Wow.
It stopped
Well-
me in my tracks.
Yeah, well, when you say we missed the boat, do you suggest perhaps we should be showing off our bodies and making $12 million a month?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I know I've been goofing on Mike for years about his foot fetish. But I heard that. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
We
She's,
missed the boat.
Lovely lady.
She used to work at Target. She was discovered there.
Was she a
Well,
greeter?
coming soon, ladies and gentlemen, for all you married guys out there, the pampering esthetician.
Oh, no. No.
No, she's doing it. She doesn't know she's doing it, but she's going to be doing it. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, just
that'll
an
come up
occasional.
during a family meeting, I'm sure.
Yeah. Let me say, those uniforms that she wears. Okay. All right.
Yes.
I think it would work. Listen, a man's got to do what a man's got to do. All right. Hey, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have something. And later on the flip side, actually an email from Rob's mom. Come on. OnlyFans, I've never been on it because I'm afraid, but maybe I'll take a look tonight. Yes. So here's this. You got to stay hydrated in the hot summer months, folks. I can't tell you. This
true.
is Florida. This is heat index. This is 114, 111, 110. We're getting a break tomorrow, and I am not kidding you. This is what the weather people are calling it down here. A break where it's going to be 91 to 92.
Oof.
That's what I live in. And when I'm out there playing my favorite sport, I live on it. I live on Liquid IV, and the guy I played with today lives on his Liquid
Look at
IV
that.
as well.
Right there.
There's your Liquid IV.
Right
Look
there.
at that
right
great
there.
stuff. Water is too boring and flavorless. Sports drinks loaded with sugar. What to do? What to do? How about Liquid IV, the #1 powdered hydration brand in America? That's the ticket. Liquid IV is now available in sugar-free. Their hydration multiplier is sugar-free. It uses a proprietary zero-sugar hydration solution with no artificial sweeteners, 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, plus 8 vitamins and nutrients for everyday wellness. Liquid IV hydrates twice as fast than water alone. It's delicious, too. White peach, green grape, lemon lime. Not only will you feel awesome, but you're going to be making a difference because they had donated over 39 million servings to over 50 countries. Real people, real flavor, real hydrating. Now sugar-free. Grab your Liquid IV Hydration Multiplier sugar-free in bulk nationwide at Costco, or do one better for yourself.
Yes.
20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use our code TMOS. We have a link on our website at MikeOMaraShow.com. You do it at checkout. That's 20% off anything you order when you use promo code TMOS at liquidiv.com. Welcome back to the show. And Rob, you were talking about an email from your mother?
Yes.
Is that what it was?
Yes. And I know this is not a very cheerful subject, but it's very odd. My mom, I guess, because she's now lost 2 younger siblings, she wrote up her will.
Oh, great.
And she emailed it to me to check it over.
Okay.
And it's just like, I am really dreading.
You're her only child.
Yes. Yeah, of course.
So you get everything.
Oh, boy. I don't want everything.
You just want your mom.
Yes.
I do as well, but, they all
no.
got to go.
I mean, but the weird thing is,
We all
is
do
that
sometimes,
It's
technically.
so matter of fact. Is well, here's my will, and I open it up, and she says, in the account, and it identifies me as the sole heir and executor. The first thing it says is, he will provide care for my dog. If he is unable to provide care for my
Aw.
dog,
God bless you, Sharon.
That's so sweet.
Sweetheart,
Carrie will
really.
do it, and then she just.
Oh,
It's-
bless
it's
her, really bad. Please pass along to your mom my sympathies for her loss, because
I will.
she's
I
had a
will.
rough time too.
She
That
has.
sucks.
She has. But
Good lady.
all the things through is I have to make sure who gets what. She says, just leave it up to you. Take care of it.
You get full discretion?
Yeah. Mhm.
That's a lot of responsibility.
I know. It's one of the reasons
That's
it flips me out.
heavy.
But one thing that she did is good is she did very specifically say what she wanted done with her body, which is, so I don't have to worry about that or
Okay.
even discuss it with her, because that's
Is it still the circus cannon?
into the field.
That's
And then it grows wheat, and then we
Oh.
use the wheat to make cake, and then we eat the cake.
Can I ask you one other question?
Yes, of course.
Was everything in there? All the details?
What do you mean?
Financial details?
Well, no, it's just all of her holdings will go to me.
Was she a saver?
No.
Okay, that's all.
No.
I'm sorry. Then it's
Just-
then fine.
There's
Here's-
a chair that I want.
Here's all the work for free.
My mom packed a little away. We were
Yeah.
Kathy and I were shot.
Wow.
Wow, man.
Did Kathy let you have any of it?
No. She gave Carla a scarf.
And then She went to Maui with a book of matches.
We'll be right back, everybody.
No.
Oh, my God. Blaming her. You're a monster.
I am a monster.
It's so hot, Jehovah's Witnesses are now telemarketing.
What?
So it's time to focus on your face. Derm Glow is everything you guys and gals need to battle Mr. Sunshine, and lots of it is on sale. Don't miss out on SunGuard. It's Derm Glow's #1 selling sunscreen on my face right now. Protect yourself with Derm Glow. You can enjoy fast shipping and worldwide delivery. They even offer Afterpay for your convenience. Enhance your loveliness with virtual skin consultations and find the perfect products for you. And if you can't decide, grab an e-gift card from Derm Glow. Visit DermGlowSkin.com today and tell them that American celebrity chef Bobby Flay sent you. Please remember that the show Beat Bobby Flay does not feature any actual beatings. Flay is 58 years old, married 3 times, and currently single. So Bobby must always look his best if he intends to go courting. So if your complexion is looking kind of knobby, call up Derm Glow like Flay, Bobby. Some restrictions apply. Check your local listings. That's it. Apple's not included. Whatever. Let's get moving here. We got the flip side.
Yeah, you
Play your
wanna
little
do
thing. We're
it?
running out of time.
No, there's plenty of time.
All right.
Upside down.
The flip side.
We do have an abbreviated flip side today, but
Yes. Did you realize that when you looked at your clock?
I
Yes,
did
it is
too, yes.
Okay. Yeah. It is. We are definitely short on time.
we had huge weather patterns coming through D.C. yesterday. There's more thunderstorms and tornadic watch activity today. I don't know if you know what causes tornadoes, but
I do.
what this will be a helpful tape
God's angry.
if you don't. Mac, please.
We didn't have tornadoes here until we started putting into traffic circles. Because on the counter, you want to know why? That when people go round and round in circles, it causes disturbance in the atmosphere and causes tornadoes.
So
That's like from the weather line.
yes,
Is that what it is where
Mike,
people
they're
call in?
tornadoes.
Tornadoes. Tornadoes. God bless them. Fantastic.
And Mike, we'll go ahead and close with this. Did you know you have something in common with a huge celebrity?
Oh,
That's always exciting and a little scary at the same
Yes,
time.
Tracy Jordan. Oh, I'm sorry, Tracy Morgan. I don't know why I typed it wrong. It auto-corrected. Mike, forgive me. Tracy Morgan is the guy that you have a lot in common with.
Don't you have waffles?
Here's the thing. Not only is this an amazing fact that we close with, but also Hoda Kotb and Jenna Bush don't know how to handle the statement.
By the way, you've been working on your body and on your health.
No, that's Ozempic. That's how this weight got lost.
You're not. Are you really on Ozempic?
Ozempic. We ain't got a prescription, and I got Ozempic.
No, you did. Wait. Are you really on Ozempic?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ozempic.
You look great.
Every Thursday.
Hoda, like billions of
right.
people
That's
are stupid. Really? Come on now, all right? It's not that big a deal. Hoda, you really are? I thought weight just fell off when you were a neurotic television personality.
But Mike, there's more
Yes.
that you're going to like about this tape.
Wait, are you
Okay.
really on Ozempic?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I take Ozempic.
You look great.
Every Thursday. Shoot 'em.
Every Thursday.
All right.
Cuts my
I take
appetite in
mine.
half.
Wow. Well, you look good,
I
Tracy.
only eat half a bag of Doritos.
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 That whole tape was worth it just to hear him say Doritos.
I thought it was worth it. Maybe you'll meet him at the clinic
Same day.
Thursday.
By the way, it's in my refrigerator.
oh,
You know what I can do tomorrow morning?
What?
Would you guys like to see me give myself the needle
Oh,
tomorrow?
that'd be great. Yes.
absolutely.
I will give myself an injection.
Where?
Exciting. In my scrotum. No, I
Steady
will do
hand.
that tomorrow. I'll set up the camera
Yeah.
so we can do it, and we'll do it at the end of the show tomorrow. And I will give myself the 2 needles, my my little B12 shot, and my Manjaro.
And then will you eat Doritos?
Doritos, not the whole bag. Sorry for running late today. It happened. We had that big therapy session, and then time got away from me. I apologize. We will be back with a brand new episode tomorrow. For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, Michael Maris saying so long, everybody.
Doritos.
ciao, ciao.
Want more? Make sure you check out The Michael Marabona Show. Get it at michaelmarashow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
This is normally the part of the program where Mike O'Mara plays a series of funny voice tapes. Unfortunately, in the middle of the night last night in Fort Myers, Florida, they were stolen. They will resume tomorrow on The Mike O'Mara Show. Thank you, and God bless you.